So on today's Model Talk News, Sukihana goes to London and declares, I'm trying to get my coochie stretched.
I'm trying to get my coochie stretched. I'm trying to get my coochie stretched and eat a nigga ass. Eat a nigga ass. We be eating niggas ass today in London. Period.
Yeah. And she received a lot of backlash from this video, but she responded and says, I was trying to be classy, but business class is good enough. Cause Sukihana International now. The footage sparked online criticism, promoting Sukihana to clap back on Twitter, with people calling her embarrassing. And she says, and I quote, I love making Karens uncomfortable. I came in for King Charles, not y'all, so I'm gonna give him something to be mad at.
Correct.
And listen, I ain't mad at her, okay? White people done did too much stuff in history nowadays, just in general. Y'all can handle some lyrics. You gonna be alright. Just walk away. If you don't like it, you gonna be alright.
I feel you.
Like, you good.
I mean, like, how much of a stretch?
I mean, she just spitting what she's spitting.
Big scratch.
No matter what white people has done, I don't think that translates into now you want your coochie stretched.
Excuse me?
I mean, it's just a bar from Pound Town. It's a.
Do you know what white people have done?
She stated, I want my coochie stretched and eat a nigga ass.
We was because Sexy Red got Pound Town. Get my coochie stretch come from Pound Town song. It's a very viral song right now. So of course, every post, everything that's going on, everybody's gonna say that. Yeah. And then eating a nigga ass come from her song Ian. Make sure y'all go stream Ian, record it, mix it, master by your girl CJ Jazz. So she got a song called by that. So of course she's gonna go out there and promote it too. It's all promotion.
That's what I'm saying. It's promotion. Yeah. Audience.
It's promotion.
Clearly.
Ain't nothing wrong with. So do you want your daughters saying I want my coochie
My daughter's
stretched
not Sukihana.
and I'm ready to eat a nigga ass?
And that's for her own audience, though.
The Twitter user said, "This is indefensible, sis. You're a beautiful woman, and I'm sure you're more intelligent than this. Her behavior devalues black women globally. This isn't about race or class. It's simply trash."
And I said
so. One person is going to devalue the entire black race of women.
No,
that's what you're telling me. The actions of one woman is going to determine the action of every other black woman on the planet. Please get out of here.
Right, and it's Suki. Like we all know
But
what
they
Suki
don't. But
about.
she got a voice. That's all what they saying.
Yeah, she has a voice. Okay, so how many other powerful black women that have a wonderful voice and is doing positive things that is defensible and also is intelligent? Do they even know who those people are?
But they magnifying the negativity though. That's
Exactly.
the problem.
Yeah, we have so many layers already with black women. We have to work 10 times hard to protect our image.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. We have little girls. We have the youth looking up to them. So I agree with that Twitter comment. I really do.
Listen.
Yeah, but all the children in the world is not Sukihana's responsibility.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I get that.
I'm responsible for raising my own child.
Of
I'm
course.
responsible for monitoring and filtering what she listens to and what she sees.
Right.
So if someone is raising a daughter right now and is saying Sukihana is a greater influence than them, than their own instruction, than their own guidance, then it's a problem with you as a parent. Because you can't separate artistry from your own parents. There's a problem.
Let's be real.
There's a problem.
Every generation, there's been a Sukihana. First, there was Kaya.
Right. Lil' Kim.
Even Tina Aguilera was a fucking thief
In
into the
Jesus' days,
Caucasians.
there were whores. So I'm having not saying that Suki is a whore,
Every
but I'm just saying
has
Jezebel.
a Sukihana, someone that is not necessarily looked great upon society because of society. At the end of the day, it's who you expose your child to.
Thank you.
Well, I hear, yes. I agree.
But you still knew better to go out there and do the things that you was watching though, because your parents had that understanding.
My mom ain't play those games.
Exactly.
So when I heard that call, I'm gonna hear
so if the parents instill the right foundation in their children's mind, even if they do get exposed to it from their friends or they go to school and they see it or blah blah blah, they will be like, okay, I know this is out here, this is cool and all, but I know I don't have to put myself out there like that.
Did her parents not train her or build her up to be a
But she's at
respectable
an
young
age
woman?
now where she can make a choice for herself.
And that's fine, but I don't have to agree with it.
Sukihana does not make music for 5-year-old little girls. She makes music for
but there's
adult
something called
women.
social media, which is a sewer and it's easily accessible
which you
to the
monitor
youth.
your kids' activity
Social
on
media is easily accessible to the youth. It's different now than it was in the 90s.
Right,
it's different now.
It can be filtered.
Like one thing is times is different. You mentioned back in the days they had prostitutes, Jesus and whatever. These days the kids have access to everything.
Thank you.
It's not like when we grew up, it was like, okay, let me hide this porn magazine away. Everything is in their hands. They're on TikTok. They're on all these things more than they're around parents. So I believe as an artist, you still have a responsibility. If you're gonna release whatever you want, you could release whatever you want. But the truth is, the truth is, whatever you release though is affecting.
I'm gonna need y'all to raise y'all children.
The media influence it.
Even me as an artist, I do accept that responsibility.
Yes.
I'm not releasing.
Yes, but that's your crowd though. Your brand.
That's my decision.
Your brand,
like I was about to
your
say,
decision,
it's
and
my
that's her
decision to take on that responsibility. Sukihanna made that decision very early on. She's an adult entertainer in all aspects.
Yes,
she made
since
that
she
clear.
became even since she dropped and she became Sukihanna, like everyone knows what she's about. She's been that sexually liberated woman. She been talking about her coochie. She been talking about how she like it. She been talking about the shit she
It's
do.
nothing new.
She been talking about that.
Yeah.
And if your kids are watching that and you as a parent aren't monitoring, like
that's on you as a parent.
But it's not just kids. It's a black woman. It's the image of the black woman. Period.
I'm on a kid show right now. If tomorrow I tweet that, I would accept the consequences. That not only they drop me from the show, but then I would consider myself. I have to move forward in a different way.
Image for yourself. Like you sing about songs about praising God and things like that. You have a different image, which is fine. It's like comparing Suki to Halle. Two completely different audiences, so it's like we all know Halle, she's a God-fearing woman. She's not going to be posting about certain things that Suki will. If you go to Suki's page, you know what you're gonna see. And you're not going there to see her to worship somebody.
No.
Right. You go to Halle's page, it's a different story. So it's like you can't, and
I agree.
with social media, if you're not monitoring what your kids are watching, that's on
You're
you
failing
as a
parent.
You can't be like, guess what? Social media
I don't
exists.
agree. I don't agree.
Different.
I don't agree with that.
You're gonna be exposed to it regardless.
I don't agree with that.
You're going to be exposed to it. So you need to
Look, one thing I just want to say one thing. Teddy, since you're a parent and you have teenage kids right now that definitely are on social media quite a bit, you have about 3 of them. My thing is, you as a parent, I feel as though, don't you have a certain type of household, your children might be exposed to that, but you don't have your daughters running about the house looking any kind of way or speaking any kind of way. And I'm pretty sure your son is not a thug out here running in these streets.
But this is, because I would, if I hear that shit playing, I'm gonna say turn it off.
Right.
I'm not gonna hear you listening to I'm eating niggas ass.
Right.
I want my coochie stretched. And as a parent, I'm not gonna play that type of music in the car when my kids are in the car.
Sex
when
is
it comes to
degrading.
that-
Wait, sex is degrading.
That's my opinion. You can have your opinion. I have mine.
It's the deliverance.
It's look, I want to be respected. It's about respect.
So get your
Respect
coochie
me.
scratch is
I'm not having my
degrading.
legs all out. Oh, suck my coochie, do all. No, I want to be respected as a black woman.
So when you have
it
sex,
is
that you lose the
devaluing
respect?
and it's degrading.
When you have
I'm
sex.
teaching my daughter and my son. No, as a young lady, you have to be respected. You have to present yourself a certain way.
Which I
and that's how I was raised, and that's what I believe in.
But my thing is the difference between you and Sukihanna.
I'm not going to publicly say, "Oh, I want my coochie stretched." That's for
No, of course you're not. Because
Behind closed doors,
you're
though.
positioning yourself to be a wife, and she's positioning herself to be an entertainer.
Look, certain things should be in
Those
the
are two
public, and
different
certain
type
things
of
should not be in the
women.
But
public.
there's
That's
nothing
how I
wrong with
see
your
it.
own personal preference on what you
And
choose
that's
and
fine.
choose not to say publicly. But as an artist, I wanted to say something. As an artist, I am an artist, and I do sing music that has the same tones. I do understand the influence that I may possibly have on
Young
people,
black
not even
ladies.
young, even women older than me may
The
look
world.
up
It's
to me.
all right
The
for the
world
older
my
women to get
age
their
may look
coochie
up to
stretched.
me. Number one, I expect people to be able to separate artistry from me as an individual. That's number one. Number two, there are different levels to artistry. Like, you are not everything that you speak on the same way. You're not everything that you draw, everything, the beats that you make. Like, it's a form of art. And also, I'm not responsible for raising your kids at the end of the day. Like you said, you have to enforce things. When she asks you, does your children listen to whatever you say? Guess what? I tell them, cut it off. If you are going to let social media parent your kids, Sukihanna parent your kids, what are you doing as a parent? That's all I'm saying.
Right.
She has her own themes as a parent, and she chooses to determine what she wants her kids to listen to. It's nothing wrong with that, but do not tell me what me as an artist, what I can say. I'm a grown ass woman.
Nah, you say what
If
you
you
wanna
don't
say.
want to say it, that's fine. But I can say what the hell I want to say.
All right.
As an artist, that's a good point of view. But I think we all need to understand that
even though the times are changing, it's still being upcycled things that's been going on for years. So that's why it does go back to the parents. I feel like don't just tell them, no, don't listen to this. Explain to them why they shouldn't listen to it. You need to go have a conversation. Instill a foundation within your child. So that way when they see it or they're presented with it,
talk about
they don't act on it.
Well, I feel like as it's an old saying that says, with great power comes great responsibility. And this is what it is. If you're an athlete, if you're a musician, anyone in power that has millions of fans, you have to sometimes take a stand and realize what you're putting out actually affects others. If LeBron James starts selling dope, people gonna be like, damn, I can go sell dope like LeBron James and play basketball. You have to sometimes say, I have a power as a musician and I have a huge fan base. So sometimes you have to still think like, kids are still watching me regardless or not. When we were kids, we snuck and watched 2 Live Crew or whatever it was without our parents seeing. So you got to still realize what you do.
Can I add on to that?
Someone's art does reflect crazy
stuff too. Can I add on to what he said?
Art does reflect who they are though, as a person.
I want to add on to what he said. Like, I understand Sukihanna probably started off doing what she's doing to get money. But like you said, when you start gaining fame and notoriety and money, you got to realize that you're affecting a whole lot of people.
But
so you got to realize,
change on their own time. You don't get to tell me because you got $10,000 extra now change church, sing church music.
And later down the road, you're gonna reflect on it though.
Yeah, you're gonna reflect on it.
Yes, you are.
She got kids. I don't know, how many, whatever.
She got kids.
But they're gonna be affected too. I don't know if she just was doing it for the money. Sometimes we do strange things for a small piece of change.
Kids be affected by worse things.
It's publicity.
Kids have childhood trauma based on the parents not being attentive, affectionate.
At the end of the day, what's the goal though? What's the goal? Like, you want to stay in a bad situation or bad situations, or you want to make the world a better place?
So you
what's
feel
the
like
goal?
she's in a bad situation?
Nah, I'm not saying she in a bad situation, but I'm saying, man, listen, man, let's be real. You can eat ass behind closed doors. That's your business.
And I can eat it in front of the doors too if I want
That's
to.
your business.
It should be behind closed doors.
But people been talking about sex
respect
for
yourself.
years. I'm trying to see what's the big deal.
They have.
Like, guys,
The big
you pull
deal
up
is-
a male rapper's list and it's talking about him fucking 100 bitches back to back, raw this
That's
and the
bad
third,
too.
fuck this and that.
That's bad.
And it's like, nobody ever
That's
holds them
bad.
to the same standard as
Yeah,
women.
we do.
Now
We do.
I do.
Nah.
But moving on, let's get into some Black history, some Black current history. Let's talk about some folding chairs and some people down in Alabama. So, a large brawl in Alabama as people defend Black riverboat worker against white assailants. So, it says that a fight appeared to start when a worker objected to a pontoon boating preventing a larger riverboat docking, and it was attacked by a group of white men. Now, for those who don't know what a pontoon is, because I ain't know what the fuck that was, it's like a different type of boat. So it's a different boat. So, whatever, just know that in mind. So a dramatic brawl on the Montgomery, Alabama riverfront pitted people standing up for a Black riverboat worker against a group of white people who began beating him for telling them to move their illegally parked pontoon. The Saturday night fight, which was captured in multiple videos posted to social media, appeared to unfold largely along racial lines, and many social media users celebrated footage of the riverboat dust-up, which showed the white assailants getting tables turned on them by Black people who rushed to the riverboat workers' aid. And what he didn't mention was they was getting their ass beat with some folded white chairs.
WrestleMania.
So, this is not 1963 anymore, read one comment, alluding to the year before signing the Civil Rights Act, which prohibited discrimination on the basis of race. So a lot of people are celebrating this like another Black history holiday. How are y'all feeling about what's going down in Montgomery, Alabama, down at the riverboat, which is crazy to me because I was stationed out in Charleston for like 4 years. So I used to be at the riverboat quite often. And for those who don't know, that's pretty much the place where they used to sell slaves and stuff and trade them. So like, how are we feeling about what's going on right now?
They did what needed to be done.
They sure did.
Like y'all jumping one man.
They did.
Don't get mad when you get jumped too.
Don't get mad when you get hit by a chair.
This shows that some states are still racist. Some states are still living back. So that's one of those states, one of those areas where white folks thought it was going to be okay to put their hands on a Black man who was in a position of authority. He was a security guard or whatever for that area.
Yeah.
So Black folks saw it and, it had to be done what was done.
Right.
So how y'all feel about the
six
one?
of them going against one guy?
How y'all feel about the guy who hit the lady with the chair and got arrested.
Listen, he did what he had to do. He felt attacked. He had to defend
Y'all
himself.
think he should have got arrested?
He defended himself.
That shit was a little excessive.
It was excessive force.
I think my favorite part, or the most exciting part, was to have the young man jump in the water.
Oh yeah, Aquaman.
Hey, he just swam
on
the
this
look.
fight. He was like, "Bro, I got you.
Real
I'm
time.
gonna swim." Because a lot of people, like they said, they really feel as though black people can't swim, even though that's the longest, oldest stereotypical thing that people
was a
can
long
say
swim,
about
too.
black people. He didn't prove it to the whole world. Thank God to social